Long ago, in the heart of the bustling land, men gathered in the shadows of the streets, drinking and boasting of power. Among them was one who called himself the Lion, ruler of the alleys, king of the Zagor. His laughter was thunderous, his words proud. Drink up, he roared, lifting his cup to the night sky. Nothing can happen to me. I am the lion of this street. But whispers carried on the wind, whispers that reached his ears. Is he truly the king of the jungle? The people murmured. Another voice answered, No. There is a new king, ruling with the big boys, seeking to take his throne. At this, the lion bristled, swore upon the earth that no one would steal his crown. All lies, he said. I serve my boss, and everybody knows who the real ruler is. One day, men came searching for Commissioner Wally. They asked him about land that the powerful hungered for. The commissioner trembled as he stood before his master, a man feared by all, the one they called Idris the Great. Idris's voice was deep, his eyes like fire. I put you where you are, he told Wally. I made you who you are. And now I ask you for the land. Bring it to me, or you know what will happen. Wally bowed, stammered, begged for more time, but Idris's warning lingered like thunder. Be a good boy, and remember what I can do. Meanwhile, in the quiet corners of the village, an old widow clutched the deed to her land. This is all my husband left me, she wept. If the government takes it, where will my children go? Her kin, Ka, placed a firm hand on her shoulder. Do not fear. This land will not be taken from you. Not while I live. For Ka was a lawyer, young but fierce, determined to fight even the strongest of men. But the government's messengers arrived, swaggering like hunters in another's field. They told the widow to leave, but Ka stepped forward, eyes blazing. You are bullies, she spat. I do not fear bullies. If you wish to strike me, then strike, but you will never take this land. The messengers shrank before her courage, but they carried her words to Idris, who listened with a dark smile. Who is this girl who dares to stand against me? He asked. His men told him she was newly returned from distant lands, a lawyer who knew her rights, unafraid of his name. Idris laughed, but the laughter carried unease. For never before had anyone dared to call him a bully to his face. The widow wept that night, praying under the stars. This land is my life, my home, she whispered. Ka sat beside her, her resolve burning like a flame. Auntie, she said softly, I will fight for you. Even if Idris is as powerful as the legends claim, I will not bend. And so, the story spread across the land, that a young woman stood fearless against Idris the Great, the man who claimed he was the government itself. The people watched and waited, wondering, would Idris crush her as he had crushed others, or would this be the dawn of a new tale, where even lions trembled before the courage of one unyielding heart? The moon had shifted its place in the sky when Ka once more found herself face to face with Idris the Great. His eyes burned like coals, yet there was something softer now, hidden behind the fire. Why do you follow me? Ka asked, her voice steady, though her heart pounded like a drum. Why do you call my phone and trouble my family? Speak, Idris, for I am tired of riddles. Idris bowed his head slightly. I did not harass your aunt, he said. She only called you to meet me. And now you are here. Ka crossed her arms. Then say what you must. If not, let me leave. The man drew closer, his shadow stretching long under the lanterns. Between your voice and your courage, I do not know which holds me more. You command my attention, Ka. Few in this land have ever done so. Ka frowned, for she was not a woman easily swayed by flattery. You waste my time, she said. But Idris produced scrolls, bound with red thread. These are lawsuits laid upon my name, he confessed. I want you to represent me. Ka laughed bitterly. You jest. I am no criminal's servant. You seek to steal my aunt's land, and now you want me to fight your battles? I will never betray my blood. I have watched you, Idris said firmly. You are fierce like the lioness, unbending like the Iroko tree. My own lawyer trembles at shadows, but your fire burns brighter. That is what I need. Your madness knows no end, Ka replied. Do I look hungry for your wealth? Do I look like one who will sell her people for silver? Idris softened his tone. Your aunt is gentle. She does not wish to drag this quarrel. I can give her another land, richer and bigger. I can even build her another orphanage with my own hands. But Ka's eyes shone with the resolve of her ancestors. Do not call yourself merciful while you rob widows of their inheritance. My aunt's land is not yours to give nor mine to sell. You say the land means much to you, but it means more to her. It is her life, her husband's memory, the roots of her children. Leave it, Idris, or face me in battle. The great man lowered his head, his voice turning low like the growl of a hidden beast. I cannot, he whispered. That land carries my destiny. Without it, I am nothing. Ka stood firm, her spirit unshaken. Then hear me well, she said. I will never help you, not in this matter, not in any. I will fight you as long as I breathe, and if I fall, the ancestors themselves will rise to finish what I began. And so the struggle deepened, for the lioness and the kingmaker were now bound in a battle not only of land but of hearts, for neither would bend to the other. Ka folded her arms across her chest, her eyes burning with suspicion. I can't, she said firmly. Idris tilted his head. Because what? She held her silence for a long while, but Idris, with that sly half-smile of his, leaned closer. Go out with me, he said, and I'll tell you why. Ka scoffed. So, if I go out with you, you will tell me why you are trying to claim my auntie's land? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Her answer came swift and sharp. No. But later that night, Ka paced the length of her auntie's courtyard. The moonlight painted silver across the clay walls, and her heart battled against her reason. This is such a terrible idea, she whispered. I shouldn't be going out with him. It feels like betrayal. Her auntie, who was listening from her woven chair, shook her head with a soft laugh. Ka, you worry too much. It's just a meeting. Why carry the whole world on your shoulders? Auntie, why are you so calm about this? This man wants to take your land. The older woman smiled faintly. Ah, my child, sometimes the enemy is not only an enemy. Sometimes, even a thorn has a fragrance. Do I not see how your eyes betray you when you speak of him? Ka gasped. No, auntie. You cannot like him. He is the enemy here. The elder chuckled. Ka, even your late uncle had that same cocky spirit you claim to hate. Perhaps that is why he reminds me of him. But Ka turned away, stubborn and indignant. He's nothing like uncle. And yet, when Idris appeared at her gate, dressed in simple elegance, Ka's heart betrayed her with an unfamiliar flutter. He greeted her softly, his voice lowering as if he feared the night would carry it away. You look different tonight, he said. His gaze lingered. You look beautiful. Ka looked down, her fingers tightening against her shawl. I don't know why I'm doing this. I shouldn't be here. You're safe with me, Idris said quietly. They sat across from each other in the glow of lantern light, the city's hum like a distant drumbeat. The conversation turned to the land. Why do you want my auntie's land so desperately? Ka asked. Idris's face hardened, but his voice broke with something more human than Ka had ever heard in him. Because it was my family's land. My ancestors farmed it until 2 decades ago, when the government stole it. I swore to my father on his deathbed that I would take it back, no matter how long it took. Ka's breath caught in her chest. She saw, for the first time, not just the feared man that the village spoke of, but a son carrying his father's ghost. I'm sorry, she said gently, but my late uncle bought that land fair and square. It was a gift to my auntie, a part of her soul. She cannot give it away. Idris's jaw tightened. Then I cannot stop. I waited too long. Ka's eyes burned with defiance. Then we are bound to clash, Idris. Because I will not let you take what belongs to her. But even as she said the words, she could not ignore the pull between them, the strange thread tying lioness to wolf. The days that followed twisted like roots under old soil. Ka learned of Idris's hunger-filled past, of nights he slept beneath bridges and days he starved without bread. He confessed that he once dreamed of being a lawyer like her. I was very smart as a child, he said with a soft pride, then whispered, but the world pushed me into the shadows. Ka listened, torn between fury and pity. She told him of her own struggles, of her loneliness as an only child, and for a moment their stories intertwined like vines in the dark. Yet shadows are not easily shaken. Ka's father thundered against her growing closeness to the man. I forbid you, he declared. Do you know who you are, Ka? The daughter of a knight of the church must not be seen with a criminal. But Ka's spirit, forged of fire, answered him with trembling courage. Father, you cannot command my heart. Still, Idris's world was not easily broken. In secret, he told his men to continue their shadowy dealings in silence, even as he spoke to Ka of change, of hotels and restaurants, of a new life in the open. When Ka discovered his double tongue, her heart cracked like dry earth in the harmattan. Yet even then, when he stood before her, his voice low and desperate, I love you, Ka, and I would give up everything for you, her spirit wavered. Was it possible for a wolf to shed his fangs? Could love alone turn the tide of destiny? The griots would later sing of Ka and Idris, of a love born in fire and shadow, of land that was more than soil, of promises sworn to ancestors, and of a woman's fierce stand between loyalty and temptation. The drums of fate beat louder. Ka sat with Idris in a dimly lit corner, the air thick with whispers of danger. What is that? She asked, her voice tense. We shouldn't be seen together in a public place like this, Idris muttered, scanning the shadows. Relax now, Ka replied, though her heart was restless. Idris leaned in. For me to call you at this time, it must mean something. See, I've never felt this way before. Our boy Don fall in love. He chuckled bitterly, almost ashamed of the softness cracking his hardened shell. Papa would laugh at me. But I swear to God, I've never felt this kind of thing before. Ka searched his face. So what is it then? What change of plans are you speaking of? Idris's eyes darkened. For years I've terrorized men, built my empire on fear. But now, I want a different life. I want peace. For once, I don't want to see people suffer death. I want something better. Ka's heart quivered, but suspicion clung to her. And what exactly do you have in mind? Idris only whispered, Whatever must be done, it must be done fast. No hesitation. No delay. Days passed, and the winds of destiny shifted again. One evening, Ka felt Idris trembling as he held her hands. Hey, you okay? She asked softly. He hesitated, then confessed. I need to tell you something. What's going on? I think you should sit down, Idris said, his voice low and shaking. Then the words fell like thunder. Ka, I'm going to be a father. You're carrying my child. Her heart froze, and then her eyes filled with tears. For real? He nodded. Relief and joy surged through him. Thank God. That means we're getting married. When am I coming to meet your people? But Ka's face stiffened. Wait. Did you do this just so I would marry you? No. Idris protested. I've always wanted to marry you. Every time I bring it up, you change the subject. Why? Ka turned away, shame and fear in her eyes. Because my father hasn't fully accepted you. And it hurts me. I want the two most important men in my life to know peace. But he may never come around. Idris clenched his fists. It's been 2 moons already. We can't keep waiting for his blessing. We must find a way around it. Tears slipped from Ka's lashes. I love you. I love you too, Idris answered, holding her as though the world itself wanted to tear them apart. But fate, cruel and relentless, struck that very night. Ka, determined to share her joy with her father, traveled to his house to announce their engagement. Idris had even gone out searching for a ring. Yet, before Ka could embrace her father, death's shadow found her. News tore through Idris's camp like a storm. "Boss! Boss!" his men shouted, stumbling over their words. "Madam, Madam Dongo. She went to her father's place, but she never returned. She's gone." The ground vanished beneath Idris's feet. He roared and fell to his knees. "My wife! My Ka!" Her father's grief turned to rage, his voice thundering like a lion's roar when he saw Idris. Before you came, my daughter was alive, she was safe. Then you came, and danger followed her like a shadow. Your people killed her, killed my only daughter." His voice cracked. "Take him away. Take him out of my sight." The authorities arrived soon after. A stern man stepped forward, his uniform gleaming under the lantern light. "I am ASP Kola, Division 8 Command. I am leading this investigation. Tell me, what was your relationship with the deceased?" Idris's voice broke as he whispered, "She was my fiancée. We just got engaged." The officer's eyes softened. "I am sorry for your loss. But do you know of anyone who might have wanted her dead?" Idris shook his head. "No, why?" "Because the evidence tells another story. Witnesses saw a strange car waiting for hours until your fiancé arrived. Our findings show the vehicle was tampered with. The driver, drugged and manipulated, was meant to die as well, so no trail would remain. This was no accident. This was assassination." Idris's world shattered. His chest burned with grief and fury. "Spectacular," he spat bitterly. "So Ka was the target." Later that night, Idris collapsed in his chamber, surrounded by his men. His sobs rattled the walls. "How can I be strong when she's gone? How do I breathe in a world without Ka?" One of his men whispered, "Boss, eat something. You need strength." But Idris only groaned, clutching his chest. "I don't want food. I want her. I want to be with her. Ka, my love, forgive me. I brought this doom upon us. But I swear, I will spend the rest of my life fixing this." The next dawn, Idris gathered his men. His voice, though heavy with sorrow, was steady as a mountain. "My brothers, I thank you for your years of loyalty. But he who lives by the sword dies by the sword. I have learned this truth in the most painful way. I do not want you to suffer as I suffer. Take these riches, 10 million for each of you. Build businesses. Build lives free from blood. I am ending this life of violence." His men wept. "Boss, no. We cannot leave you now. You picked us up from under the bridge, from the dirt where no one cared. You gave us life when the world gave us nothing. How can we abandon you now?" Another voice cried out, "Senior man, we understand your grief, but this is when you need us the most. Don't push us away. Don't send us back into the darkness." But Idris shook his head. "I am done. I will return everything I took by force. I will make peace. This is the only way I can honor Ka." Silence fell, broken only by the sound of men's sobs, strong men who had never wept before. Idris, their lion, was choosing to lay down his claws. And so, the tale of Idris and Ka became one the griots would whisper for generations, a story of love born in fire, torn apart by betrayal, and transformed into redemption. A reminder that even the fiercest wolves may long for peace, but peace often demands the greatest sacrifice. The wind carried whispers of change as Idris stood on the threshold of yet another departure. "You're welcome," a friend said softly. "So where are you going to now?" Idris lowered his gaze, his voice breaking. "I don't know. But somewhere far from here." Another voice, heavy with sorrow, followed him like a shadow. "Adri, I am so sorry about Ka. I'll keep praying for you wherever you are." "I'm so sorry." Yet, no amount of prayers could soothe the fire inside his chest. Days turned into nights, and nights into a haze of music, smoke, and memories. His men still clung to him. "Boss, which side we go from here?" "Take me to the airport," Idris muttered. The road stretched long before him, but his past refused to let go. When he returned after a year, his men rushed to him with joy. Boss, welcome. We miss you." They fell at his feet with gratitude. "God bless you for that money you gave us before you traveled. Because of you, I built a house, 3 bedrooms. My wife, my children, all safe. You lifted me from dust to pride. Because of you, my life has meaning." Others echoed, voices quivering with loyalty. "Boss, all of us do okay now. We're landlords, business owners. We thank you." Idris smiled faintly. "I am glad you are all doing well. But as for me, nothing changes. Carry on with your lives. I will try to figure mine out." Then came an unexpected offer. One of his men leaned forward. "Boss, I get one Uncle Way Day run lounge. He wants to sell. The place big, very big. If you're interested." Idris raised an eyebrow. "Set up a meeting. Let us see how it goes." And so, the seeds of a new beginning were sown. But destiny is a trickster. For in the midst of this quiet rebuilding, Idris came face to face with a ghost. A soft voice pierced the silence. "Hey, it's me." His breath caught. There she stood, Ka. Or was it her spirit? "It's really me, babe. I'm not a ghost. My father faked my burial to protect me. He feared that whoever caused the attack would come back to finish the job. So we had to go along with it. I'm sorry. So sorry you lived thinking I was dead." Idris staggered, rage and relief battling within him. "So, you've been alive? All this while?" "Yes," she whispered. "I survived the accident." His knees buckled. "Did you know?" he roared at his men. "You knew. All of you knew, and you kept it from me? You watched me suffer, mourning her, while she lived. You watched me burn in grief, and said nothing." His men bowed their heads in shame. "We were told not to tell you, boss. It was for her protection." Ka's father, a man of fire, entered the tale then, his voice thundering like drums of war. "If anything happens to my daughter, this land will not contain the both of us. I hid her for her safety, Idris. Do not question me." But Idris's heart, scarred by loss, refused to rest. He turned to Ka. "You were alive, and yet you let me drown in grief. Do you know what I suffered? Do you know the pain of burying you in my heart every day? I thought I was the cause of your death. Do you know the guilt I carried?" Ka wept, her voice trembling. "I had no phone, no way to reach you. I was monitored every moment. I lost something too. Idris, I lost our baby." The words struck him like a spear through his chest. "I would have been there for you," he cried. "I would have fought the whole world for you, for that child. But you deprived me of that." "I was hurt," Ka sobbed. "So hurt. I was hurt too." Idris thundered. "Do you know how many times I wished I was the one in that accident instead of you? I would have traded my life for yours in a heartbeat. That is how much I loved you." Ka reached for him, her eyes pleading. "I still love you. I need you." But Idris's rage was still raw. "1 year is not enough for you to fall out of love with me, Ka. But your deceit erased all of that feeling." He turned away, but his steps faltered. His voice softened. "I'm sorry, for lying to you, for putting you and the baby in danger. I've changed. I bought a lounge, a new life. No more violence, no more blood. We can even travel, if you want. I just want you. That's all." Ka wiped her tears. "Then do this for me. Give me a baby, and a ring. I don't want to wait for months for a wedding. I want it now. This very minute." And Idris, once a lion of the streets, now bowed like a man humbled by love. "I promise," he whispered. "I will never put you in danger again." And so, the tale of Idris and Ka twisted once more, 2 hearts scarred by grief, pulled apart by lies, yet bound by a love fierce enough to shake the ground. Thank you so much for your continued support. Don't forget to like, share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our new videos.